It's actually 2020. And I'm still anticipating, awakening, and coming to the realization that it's all a dream. It's still 2019, it's the summer, and everything is looking real peachy. But we can't escape it. It's 2020, y'all. A toast to you, all of my Speakeasy listeners. I do it for y'all, the ones that I love. But nevertheless, I feel as though I need to do this quick Shordie Shordie. You know why I'm calling it a Shordie Shordie? Yeah, but some don't feel right. Where are my hosts? Ush, where you at?
What up, what up, what up?
That's right. What up, what up, what up? Let's get right into this. Have y'all been watching the NBA? Nah, of course not. Like I said, we're worried about going on to the brink of World War III. We got the NBA, the NFL playoffs, the college football playoffs, new year, new resolution, new me, Super Bowl coming in February, getting things together for the new year, getting vacations organized, summer stuff. Y'all ain't gonna be worried about the NBA, but don't worry, I got y'all. Cause coincidentally, if the NBA had a climax, we're probably 70-75% of the way there. What we got left in the year, the MLK, Martin Luther King Day playoff games, the All-Star Weekend, the trade deadline, and contract buyouts. And the playoffs in April is a tipping point. But I got y'all. Are you ready for some NBA madness? Let me talk about what's coming up. The trade deadline. Will we see a lot of players moved or will we not? We'll see. But I have my top 10 trade candidates ready for you. Most intriguing, Bogdan Bogdanović, Sacktown Kings. Number 2, Emperor Kuzco, Kyle Kuzma on the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 3, my heart and my soul, Philadelphia 76ers and Al Horford. Number 4, Rob Covington, Minnesota Timberwolves. Andre Drummond, Detroit Pistons. Morris on the Knicks. Jeff Teague. Number 7, D. Russ on Golden State. Then D. Rose. And of course, we cannot forget the one rounding out the top 10, Andre Iguodala on the Memphis Grizzlies. And what sticks out to me this most, you may be wondering, number 1, Bogdan Bogdanović. Yeah, let me put y'all on. My man is a 6'6", multi-versatile guard, better than every guard on most of your favorite NBA teams, stuck in Sacramento. And who is number 2? Emperor Kuz. And wow, the Los Angeles Lakers, who a couple months ago thought it was a steal to keep Kuz out of the trade with Lonzo Ball, Ingram, and that draft pick. He was supposed to become that electric source of energy off the bench this year, but we're just not seeing it. He has had some injury concerns, but listen, my man's wilding out. He got the crazy looking suits. He's got the crazy looking hair. He's on social media talking wild with his trainer, and it's all good in the hood. He ain't doing nothing wrong, but when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and this being LeBron's I am still the king, I'm about to win this ring, and no matter what else happens, nobody getting in my way. Me and Anthony Davis is playing all game. We ain't losing back-to-back games. We focus. We in here getting 20 blocks in a game. Kuz is looking like the child amongst men, and he's just not fitting in. And whether the Lakers are going big or whether they're going small, Kuz just ain't working in that lineup. And like I said, he's coming off the bench, and he has had so many disappointing games where he has not even scored double figures in points. And I thought he was going to be a 6th Man of the Year candidate. But back to Bogdan Bogdanović, because that is the talks of switching them two. It may not happen. It may happen. It would be a very uneven trade. The Lakers got to figure out how to fit something else in there or get another team involved. But Bogdan is shooting 43% from the field, 39% from the 3. And this is on the Sacramento Kings. Could you imagine if LeBron was dishing him the rock? Or if AD demanding a double team in the paint and Bogdan is just sitting over there, cool. What I don't want to forget to mention is that Bogdan already beat the Lakers this year on his own when his team was injured. My man is a hooper, and this boy gets buckets. And the most beautiful thing is he's only 27 in his third year in the league. He can blossom and grow with AD in their prime together. He is the poor man's Drew Holiday, is what I'm saying. The Lakers need to figure out some way to get this trade done. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all see the possibilities I'm talking about here? And I wanted the Lakers to get Iggy, or it would be a miracle, CP3, especially now. He's not getting traded. But let's talk about Iggy, because they would have been giving up Kuzma, because the Grizzlies aren't giving him up for anything, which would be nice to see Kuzma go to Memphis and play with Ja Morant. But giving up for Andre Iguodala, a six-man legend, but who may be on his last will, but I don't want to forget what pretty much ensured a championship, because he's exactly what you need on the perimeter to guard Kawhi and Paul George. But I don't think you should give up Kuz, who is very, very young, and we don't even know what he's going to be yet. But like I said, the Lakers need help on the perimeter. And whether they're going big or small, Bogdan is the man that they can get. Because the lineup would be this: LeBron and AD, of course. Bogdan, Danny Green. Whether the Lakers are going big, you have Dwight Howard or JaVale, your choice of center. And then you have your choice of guard. If you want to go small, CP, Caruso, I'm forgetting someone else. But Bogdan needs to get secured by the Lakers. But at this point in my soliloquy, I have to transition. And I don't want to get on my soapbox, but everyone knows that I would love to see nothing more than the Philadelphia 76ers versus my Los Angeles Lakers in the championship. And I don't want to let y'all forget that Philadelphia is the best team in the East. I thought they were going to be the best team in the league, and Joel was going to have an MVP season. But their talent is unprecedented. But yeah, I know we're all pessimistic because Philadelphia, of course, just lost 5 games straight. Ben Simmons still ain't shooting threes. The paint is all clogged up. And you saw who was number 3 on my trade candidates, Al Horford. And he's just the target of unfortunate events, because we need to clear the paint. He's not fitting in, and we need to get some shooters. We need to get some dribblers, some people that can create shots for themselves and others. JJ Redick, he's not coming back through the door. But it's funny and ironic that we see Markelle Fultz down in Orlando getting his career high balling, almost hitting 60% of his shots. I wish I was running the Sixers. It would be different. But listen, I said the Sixers are the best team in the East. Y'all are clearly going to say the Bucks. And don't forget about the Celtics in second place, or the Miami Heat, or the Toronto Raptors. Listen, man, Philly is just in another class. I told you about the talent. We've been whooping Boston all year long, and we are a team made to keep the Greek freak shut down. We're long and lengthy. But we do have the Bucks, who, of course, yes, are easily the best team in the NBA. They're first in defense and second in offense, which is daunting. And that's a pantheon signal for a championship run. But listen, I want to share a secret with y'all. The Milwaukee Bucks are a regular season team. But they have Giannis. And if Giannis is hitting 5 threes like he did against the Lakers, they're unbeatable, unguardable. But he doesn't even have to hit 5. If he simply goes 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the 3, 1 every other quarter, the Bucks ain't losing. They're not going to lose. But will that happen? Have we seen Giannis get it done in the playoffs? Did we not see Philly and Toronto playing last year, and Philly would have went on to beat the Bucks and win the championship, but Toronto wouldn't shut Giannis down? Y'all let me know, because the Bucks played the Spurs the other night, and like always, there's a formula to beat Giannis. They stuck to it, and the Spurs blew the Bucks out. Let me move on, because this Sixers and Bucks talk stress me out. The only scary thing is if somehow the Sixers got to play Miami Heat, like I said, we need to replace our perimeter. Jimmy B. We never replaced Jimmy Butler, Mr. Get Buckets. But we're going to move on to February 16th. And Chi-Town, just sound cold. It's the 69th annual All-Star Game approaching. 70 years of NBA brilliance. Listen, and I want to talk about one thing. I want to ask y'all a question. Who is the best point guard in the Western Conference? I got one point guard who's shooting 4.8, yes, 5 threes a game, and 23.5 three-point percentage. And then I got one guard who is shooting almost a 40% from the three, 50% from the field, and 90% from the free throw line. Yeah, 40, 59, essence of the Larry Bird created stat. Let's just say these two guards was traded for each other. Y'all starting to get who I'm talking about? Yeah, Russell Westbrook is shooting maybe 1 to 2 out of every 10 threes he's making. That's relevant of the dude that's in the rec league that's just throwing them up. And you're just like, dog, what are you doing? Meanwhile, Chris Paul is taking the OKC Thunder on a 9-1 run. He's bringing up young Shay, showing him the game on an even another level. He's bonding the team. He is looking like the perfect point guard, doing everything you need to get done. Listen, there's only 35 players in the NBA with a PER better than CP3. That means there's not that many people that's playing better than him. How many people you think got better PER than Russ? Easy, it's about 60. And yeah, Russ got the stats. He's the futuristic Big O, Oscar Robertson, getting a triple dub. But I got one question. In crunch time, where do you think the Houston Rockets have him at? On the bench.
How you do that? What the hell is going on?
And in crunch time, who do you think the Houston Rockets missed when they were up 3-2 on the Golden State and almost stopped KD from getting his rings? Yeah, exactly. CP3 is somebody that you want in on the crutch because he can do clutch, because he can do it all. And I got one question for y'all. Who is the best point guard in the West, considering the fact that Steph is out? Don't y'all dare say Ja Morant, but I would love it if y'all did. But let's move on to our last topic. It's the playoff race. And we're going to start out west because, of course, in number one, we got the Los Angeles Lakers, 29-7. But the most intriguing and fascinating part of that is we got the Denver Nuggets, 11 losses, Houston Rockets, 11 losses, LA Clippers, 12 losses, Utah Jazz, 12 losses, Dallas Mavericks, 13 losses, Oklahoma City Thunder, 16 losses. Do y'all see how much shuffling that is? What would happen if we got a first round matchup of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who, don't forget, got bounced the past 2 years because Russ and playoff P, yes, your very own Paul George, who my Los Angeles natives are counting on to win a championship this year, could not get it done. No, bounced out by Donovan Mitchell. Come on. Matched up against the Houston Rockets. OKC versus Houston. CP3 versus Russ. And OKC finally gets out of the first round and beats the Rockets. I can see it right now. Right now, the Rockets is the 3 seed and OKC is the 7th. Let it happen. I told you here first. But what I want to talk about is the 8th seed. The San Antonio Spurs are 15-20. And we always talking about how the West is so dominant compared to the East. We need a 1 through 16 seedings. The playoffs are not fair. How come when the West got a playoff team that's looking like they're going to be under 500, everybody's quiet, no one wants to say anything? But what I want you to remember is the Golden State Warriors got 9 wins. New Orleans Pelicans, 12. Phoenix Suns, 14. Minnesota Timberwolves, 14. Sacramento Kings, 15. Portland Trailblazers, 16. Memphis Grizzlies, 16. And the Spurs, 15. What would happen if Steph came back? Would that be smart? Absolutely no. But I would love to see the Golden State make the 8th seed and make it a fun playoffs against the Los Angeles Lakers and get that booty handed to them. But it'd be stupid to rush Steph back, stupid to rush Clay back, stupid to play Draymond when you're about to get a number 1 pick. But the most fascinating thing to me is, what if Zion Williamson came back? And him and the New Orleans Pelicans, with 12 wins, 3 out of the playoffs, made it to a 7th seed, and you just got to see Zion just ball out to end the year, just showing everybody what he could do. Man, is he ready to play? I don't know. Phoenix Suns, will we finally see Ayton come back and play along with Booker and look like a decent team? That's irrelevant to me. Let me ask you something. We always want to clown the Atlanta Hawks, but what if the Phoenix Suns, with the number 1 pick, just took Luka Doncic, and we have Luka and Booker just passing it back and forth, dropping shots all game? Yeah, Phoenix Suns, y'all deserve to be grilled. And then we got the Minnesota Timberwolves, who I've been waiting on all year to see D'Angelo Russell and Andrew Wiggins get swapped. Why? We got Steph, Clay, and Wiggins would fit right in with Draymond and be like a poor man's KD, way better than Harrison. I mean, Wiggins does get buckets. That's about it. And you can't count on him for nothing else. But you got Steph, Clay, and Draymond. Perfect. And then you're sending D-Russ over to Minnesota to ball out with Cat. Man, that is a beautiful trade right there. I don't know why it hasn't happened. But our Sacramento Kings, but Portland Trailblazers, should they just call it quits on the season, or are they going to try to? It's not their year. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think Portland should even try to get to the playoffs. Just get a draft spot. Tell Dane to go make another rap album, get injured, something crazy, cover it up. But Memphis Grizzlies, the 9th seed, Ja Morant, balling. Iguodala, like we said, is on the squad. And then they got their forward. But who y'all think is going to make the 8th seed of the Western Conference? Who do y'all want to see in there? It's very interesting. And we can move on to the East, which, like I said, we got the Bucks in first place, 29-6. 32-6. Wow. Boston Celtics, 25-9. Miami Heat, 26-10. Toronto Raptors, 24-13. And then my Philadelphia 76ers, 24-14. But what I want to point out about the Eastern Conference, there's nothing important, nothing different, nothing we didn't expect. Outside of the fact that the Atlanta Hawks are 8-29. They were the consensus bubble team to make the playoffs. Trae Young put together with this Golden State East-esque team of the NBA with Trae Young leading his young dudes. But I just want to point out something about them is they were put together, they were young, they had high expectations, and they didn't have the veterans that they need. And the most disappointing factor about that for me is they once had a man by the name of Kent Bazemore with Vince Carter who have a podcast, who was getting the guys together, showing them the ropes, doing everything together, and then the Hawks went and gave Bazemore away. And now they're trying to acquire Andre Drummond. Like that's going to fix everything. Come on, Atlanta Hawks. How are y'all this retarded? It doesn't make sense what they're doing. And it's driving me crazy, as you can see. So I'm just gonna end this show right there. because that was your NBA Shordie Shordie Rewind. And this is the Speakeasy. Shout out to my man Ush. Thank y'all for enjoying the show. Go show our social media pages some love, our YouTube page, and you can even go listen to the podcast if you don't want to watch the show. We got everything you need. Thank y'all for your support. Toast to y'all. Enjoy the new year.
Gang, slowly come correct.